Session 5-1, 14th April 2022. Session 5-1, 14th April 2022. Quran, the Word of Allah, an elaboratory translation by ex-Brigadier Mustansar Billah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin with the name of Allah, who is most gracious and tremendously merciful. Brothers and sisters, we are on the 9th surah of Quran, Surah Tawbah, and on part 10. And we begin from verse 7-9 today. الذين يلمزون المتوعين من المؤمنين في الصدقات والذين لا يجدون إلا جهدهم فيسخرون منهم سخر الله منهم ولهم عذاب أليم. 7-9. As for those who taunt, defame the believers, who give charity and ridicule those who cannot find anything to give except the fruits of their labor, Allah will throw back their ridicule to them, and they shall have a painful punishment. استغفر لهم أو لا تستغفر لهم إن تستغفر لهم 70 مرة فلن يغفر الله لهم ذلك بأنهم كفروا بالله ورسوله والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين. 80. O Prophet, it is the same, whether you ask for forgiveness for them or not. Even if you ask for their forgiveness 70 times, Allah is not going to forgive them, because they have disbelieved Allah, His Prophet. Allah does not guide those who are transgressors. Allah does not guide those who are transgressors. فرح المخلفون بمقعدهم خلاف رسول الله وكرهوا أن يجاهدوا بأموالهم وأنفسهم في سبيل الله وقالوا لا تنفروا في الحر قل نار جهنم أشد حرا لو كانوا يفقهون. 8-1. Those who remained behind did not join the Tabuk expedition, were delighted to sit inactive. They hated to make jihad with their wealth and their persons in the cause of Allah. They said to each other, do not go forth in the heat. O Prophet, tell them, the fire of hell is much more severe in heat. If only they could understand. فَلْيَضْحَكُوا قَلِيلًا وَلْيَبْكُوا كَثِيرًا جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. 8-2. Let them laugh a little, much they'll weep as a recompense for what they have earned. فَإِرْجَعَكَ اللَّهُ إِلَىٰ طَائِفَةٍ مِّنْهُمْ فاستأذنوك للخروج فقل لن تخرجوا معي أبدا ولن تقاتلوا مع الدوا إنكم رزيتم بالقوة أول مرة فقدوا مع الخالفين. 8-3. From now on, if Allah brings you among them and any of them asks your permission to go forth for jihad, say, you shall never be allowed to go forth with me, nor fight an enemy in my company. You chose to sit inactive in the first occasion, therefore you shall now stay with those who lag behind. وَلَا تُصِلِّ عَلَىٰ أَحَدٍ مِّنْهُمْ مَا أَبَدًا وَلَا تَقُمْ عَلَىٰ قَبْرِهِ إِنَّهُمْ كَفَرُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ وَمَاتُوا وَهُمْ فَاسِقُونَ. 8-4. O Prophet, peace be upon him, you should never offer funeral prayers for any of them who dies, nor shall you attend their burial, for they have denied Allah and His Prophet and died while they were transgressors, hypocrites. ولا تعجبك أموالهم وأولادهم إنما يريد الله أن يعذبهم بها في الدنيا وتزكى فأنفسهم وهم كافرون. 8.5. Don't feel amazed that they have wealth and children. Through these things, Allah wants to punish them in this world, and let their souls depart while they are still disbelievers. وَإِذَا أُنزِلَتْ سُورَةٌ أَوْ آمَنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَجَاهَدُوا مَعَ رسوله اسْتَأْذَنَكَ أُولُو الطَّوْلِ مِنْهُمْ وَقَالُوا ذَرْنَا نَكُنْ مَعَ الْقَاعِدِينَ. 8.6. Whenever a surah chapter is revealed, saying, believe in Allah, become Muslims, and make jihad along with His Prophet, capable people among them ask for exemption, saying, please leave us with those who are to stay at home. رضوا بأن يكونوا مع الخوالف وطبع على قلوبهم فهم لا يفقهون. 8.7. They preferred to be with women who remain behind as a result. As a result, their hearts are sealed so that they do not understand. لكن رسول الذين آمنوا ما جاهدوا بأموالهم وأنفسهم وأولئك لهم الخيرات وأولئك هم المفلحون. 8. But the Prophet, peace be upon him, and those who believe with him make jihad, fight in the way of Allah with their wealth and their lives. They are the ones who will have all the goodness, and it will be they who will be successful. I repeat, but the Prophet, peace be upon him, and those who believe with him make jihad, fight in the way of Allah with their wealth and their lives. They are the ones who will have all the goodness, and it will be they who will be successful. أعد الله لهم جنة تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ذلك الفوز العظيم. 8.9. Allah has prepared for them gardens beneath which rivers flow, to be therein forever and ever and ever. That is the greatest achievement. And that is the greatest achievement. وَجَعَلْ مُزِّرُونَ مِنَ الْأَعْرَابِ لِيُؤْذَنَ لَهُمْ وَقَعَدَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ سَيُصِيبُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْهُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. 9.0. Some from among the desert Arabs also came with their accusers, begging exemption to stay behind. Thus those who lied to Allah and His Prophet sat inactive. Soon a painful punishment shall seize those of them who disbelieved. ليس على الضعفاء ولا على المرضى ولا على الذين لا يجدون ما ينفقون حرج إذا نصحوا لله ورسوله ما على المحسنين من سبيل والله غفور رحيم. 9.1. There is no blame on the very old men, disabled, the sick, and those lacking the means to stay behind, so long as they are sincere to Allah and His Prophet. So long as they are sincere to Allah and His Prophet. There is no ground of blame against those righteous people. Allah is forgiving, merciful. Allah is forgiving, merciful. وَلَا الَّذِينَ إِذَا مَا أَتْبَاكَ لِتَحْمِلَهُ قلت لا أجد ما أعملكم عليه تولوا وأعينهم نفيذ من الدم خزن لا يجدون ما ينفقون. 9.2. And there is no blame on those who came to you and requested for conveyance, horses, etc., to the battlefront, and you said, I am unable to provide you the conveyance. And they returned with their eyes streaming with tears. They were filled with sorrow that they had no resources for going for jihad to the battlefield at their own expense. إنما السبيل على الذين يستعزونك وهم أغنياء ورزوا بأن يكونوا مع الخوالف وطبع الله على قلوبهم فهم لا يعلمون. 9.3 The ground of blame is only against those who begged exemption, although they are rich. The ground of blame is only against those who begged exemption, although they are rich. They preferred to be with women who remained behind. Allah has set a seal upon their hearts, so they do not know. Brothers and sisters, part 10 ends here, and begin with part 11. Surah At-Tawbah, the 9th surah, continues. Now, verse 9-4 of At-Tawbah, and we begin with part 11. يَجْتَعْذِرُونَ عَلَيْكُمْ إِذَا رَجَعْتُمْ إِلَيْهِمْ كُلَّ تَعْتَذِرُوا لَنْ نُؤْمِنَ وَلَكُمْ قَدْ نَبَأَنَا اللَّهُ مِنْ أَخْبَارِكُمْ وَسَيَّرَ اللَّهُ أَعْمَالَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ ثُمَّ تُرَدُّونَ إِلَى عِلْمِ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ فَيُنَبِّئُكُم بِمَا كُنتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. Verse 9-4 of Surah At-Tawbah, 9th surah. They will present you all sorts of excuses when you return to them. O Prophet, say, make no excuse. We shall not believe you. Allah has already revealed to us the whole truth about you. Now Allah and His Prophet will keep a watch over your conduct. In the end, you'll return to Him, to Allah, who knows what is hidden and what is open, and He'll tell you all that you have been doing. And He'll tell you all that you have been doing. سَيَعْلِفُونَ بِاللَّهِ لَكُمْ إِذَا انقَلَبْتُمْ عَلَيْهِمْ لِتُعْرِضُوا عَنْهُمْ وَأَعْرِضُوا عَنْهُمْ أَنَّهُمْ رِجْسٌ وَمَأْوَاهُمْ جَهَنَّمُ جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. 9.5 Soon they'll swear to you by Allah when you return to them, so that you may leave them alone. So leave them alone. They are filthy. Hell shall be their abode, a return for their misdeeds. A return for their misdeeds. يَعْلِفُونَ لَكُمْ لِتَرْضَوْا عَنْهُمْ وَإِنْ تَرْضَوْا عَنْهُمْ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَرْضَىٰ عَنِ الْقَوْمِ الْفَاسِقِينَ. 9.6 They, the hypocrites, swear to you, that is the Muslims, that you may be pleased with them and accept their excuses. Allah will never be pleased with those people who are al-fasiqun, rebellious, disobedient to Allah. Al-Arabu ashaddu kufran wa nifaqan wa ajaru Allah ya'lamu hududa ma anzalallahu ala rasulih wallahu alimun hakim. 9.7 The Bedouins are the worst in disbelief and hypocrisy, and more likely to be ignorant of the limits, that is Allah's commandments, His legal laws and sunnah, which Allah has revealed to His Prophet, peace be upon him, and Allah is all knowledgeable, all wise. وَمِنَ الْأَعْرَابِ مَنْ يَتَّخِذُ مَا يُنْفِقُ مَغْرَمًا يَتَرَبَّصُ بِكُمُ الدَّوَائِرَ عَلَيْهِمْ دَائِرَةُ السَّوْءِ وَاللَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. 9.8 And of the Bedouins there are some who look on that way on what they spend, and of the Bedouins there are some who look on what they spend in Allah's cause as a penalty, and wait for some misfortune to befall you. Misfortune may befall them. Allah hears all and knows all. وَمِنَ الْأَعْرَابِ مَنْ يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَيَتَّخِذُ مَا يُنْفِقُ قُرُبَاتٍ عِندَ اللَّهِ وَصَلَوَاتِ الرَّسُولِ أَلَا إِنَّهَا قُرْبَةٌ لَهُمْ سَيُدْخِلُهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي رَحْمَتِهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. 9 And of the Bedouins, there are some who believe in Allah and the last day, and look upon what they spend in Allah's cause as a means of nearness to Allah and a cause of receiving the Prophet's prayers. Indeed, these spendings in Allah's cause are a means of nearness for them. Allah will admit them to His mercy. Allah will admit them to His mercy. Surely Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. And the last verse for today, فَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ الَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُم بِإِحْسَانٍ وَرِضْوَانَ اللَّهِ ورضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه وأعد لهم جنة تجري تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا ذلك الفوز العظيم. 100. And the foremost to embrace Islam of the Mujahideen, those who migrated from Mecca to Medina, and the Ansar, the locals of Medina, who helped and gave aid to the Muhajirin, and also those who followed them in good deeds. Allah is well pleased with them, as they are well pleased with Him, with Allah. He has prepared for them gardens under which rivers flow, to dwell therein forever and ever and ever. That is the supreme success. That is the supreme success. That's all for today. Please pray for me. Ex-Brigadier Mustansar Billah.